networks. 131873 is the open line number, 2gb.com. Click onto the feedback icon. Now, before I go any further, I've been the subject of various attacks in Fairfax publications over the past 2 weeks. After I came off air on Friday, I was subjected to an email interrogation by a Fairfax journalist. I didn't respond, as I haven't responded. But I did note some questions relating about me allegedly giving a spray to some fella called Mark Kennedy. I had to seek clarification from my staff here as to who Mark Kennedy was. I don't have any recollection of Mark Kennedy in any way, shape or form. Apparently he worked here at radio station 2GB for a short period a number of years ago doing Midnight to Dawn. Mr Kennedy, who's been highly critical of me, farewelled this network because he made the following comments.
Chinese parents are helping their kids cheat in exams. I have to say once more, I am thoroughly disgusted and disappointed with China. And as a nation, I have to say I don't think they have any face to save. They're a faceless regime of cheats, liars and criminals. Organ stealers? Or am I just being a racist?
Well, there's a billion of them over there, and he's got the scattergun out on all of them. Then he had some other comments to say before he was farewelled by this network in relation to Islam.
Quite frankly, it's time we stop pulling our punches when we talk about Islam. It's obviously a primitive, barbaric, subhuman, substandard so-called religion. It seems to be it's just straight-out misogyny, hatred of women. And in terms of the Taliban, isn't it time we just nuked them? You know, tactical nuclear weapon, straight into Tora Bora, poof. Next, please. You can't reason with insane drongos. And the extent of Islamic law, the more and more you find out about it, quite frankly, these are vermin who need to be exterminated.
Now, I have no recollection of giving Mr Kennedy a spray, but given the nature of those comments, I probably should have. And I think I'd be reflecting every fair and decent person. I have a great regard and love for this broadcasting station. And for someone to use that broadcasting station that I have been working at for 11 years and working damn hard at, I'm glad the management parted company with him. It should also be noted that in the articles yesterday that Mr Mike Carlton, suffering relevancy deprivation, has again been trotted out. His hatred for others who've had success after his failures in the twilight of his career is always food for thought. But as many listeners have pointed out to me via emails this morning, getting bagged by him should be worn as a badge of courage and honour. He was, after all, one of the only people I've ever encountered in my long life who showed poor taste and a lack of dignity when he said infamously he'd only go to the late Stan Zemanik's funeral to make sure Stan was actually dead. That's what he said.
I'd go to check that he's actually dead.
No! Yes, that's what he said. I'll go and check that he's actually dead. A hateful and spiteful comment reflecting on his bile and lack of compassion for Stan's widow, Marcella, and their family. So if those are the two people that I'm being compared with, Mr Kennedy and Mr Carlton, I'll stake my reputation against those two fellas any day of the week. 131873 is the open line number, 2gb.com.